Yo, what's shaking, AC?
You caught me putting on my lip gloss.
I know. What are you doing? I put all that on in the dressing room before we get on camera.
Right. Makeup.
Yep.
Okay. All kidding aside, what's shaking with you?
I'm kind of annoyed. I mean, outside of my recent knee injury, as doing a jumping scissor kick followed into a spinning 360 windmill landing in the splits and punching my opponent in the liver and kidney. I'm a little annoyed with all this talk about mindset lately, and most specifically positive mindset, because I have a whole different view on mindset. And sometimes when I see this stuff on a Clubhouse or on LinkedIn or whatever, I'm like, you guys are like, you're conveying this completely incorrectly. Angela conveys it correctly. So, AC, explain to me all this stuff I'm hearing about mindset, please.
Okay, and it's so you to ask this question. Like, this is such a question you would ask about, like, the positive mindset. And I love what you're saying, because, like, I don't believe that. I don't like the words positive mindset. I feel like it's just it's cliche. And I think that it's like, tell me more about more about the value of it. And so I like to talk about managing your mindset. And it doesn't mean that I'm always going to be positive. And so when I talk about mindset, I'm talking more about, it's more about clarity and understanding that we have thoughts and we have beliefs and things that shape our behavior. And if we're not aware of that, then we can really go down like a negative spiral. So it's not like you should have a positive mindset. It's, you should manage your mindset. You should be aware of when your mindset is positive, when it's negative, when it's neutral. We have to have ups and downs. We have to have positive, negative, and neutral, because we would never know, to appreciate that feeling of feeling really positive sometimes. But it's really more about managing, and we can talk, if you want, you let me know where you want to go with this, but we can talk about like how to do that, but also being aware of, I really emphasize, like, the beliefs that are in our head and that those affect our mindset.
Well, okay, so I'd love to ask you some like key takeaways or some like information or tips on how to manage mindset. But before I ask you that, I just want to reiterate something that you said specifically around managing mindset. Because to me, when I hear positive mindset, or Rob, you've got a positive mindset, or Bruski's always so positive, or you see something online about being positive, I think to myself, okay, I'm going to do this to be positive. I'm going to do this to be positive. When something negative happens, this is my strategy to deal with that. But invariably, every human deals with things in their life that are negative. There could be health issues. There could be passing away of family members. There could be job, workplace. You have to deal with that. If you just say, no, I'm going to stay positive and pack this away, like, that is a time bomb that's going to explode. So when you say managing mindset, that is borderline prophetic. You know what I mean?
So I don't know about that, but okay, let me jump in here. Anyway, okay, so when I say managing mindset, so I'm gonna also, like, I talk a little bit about like setting your mindset up for the day. Like, I think it's really important to set our mindset up for the day, but also to, in the day, throughout the day, recognize that you have a choice on how you deal with something. There are, like, as opposed to, okay, I'll use an example of, I, when I was traveling to New York in September with a couple of members of the team, Bella and Steven, our flight got canceled. That was supposed to go from Toronto to Newark. And a negative mindset, or, a can't do attitude mindset would just be like, really, this sucks. Like, oh my gosh, like, I hate the fact that I'm missing a day in New York now, or whatever it's going to be. I hate the unknown. I hate that I don't know where I'm going to sleep tonight. I'm going to have to find a hotel. I'm going to do, but a more managed mindset goes, well, okay, am I doing everything I can about the situation? Like, am I looking for solutions? Am I trying to take action on those solutions? And when the solution is, yeah, you just got to get a hotel, do I make the best of it? And what am I getting out of that experience that I might learn from? And, I might not, there's nothing you can learn when a flight gets canceled. Well, one thing I learned is to pack an extra small carry-on, because I always check my bag because I like to, have my shoes and everything. But I learned to bring, now when I travel since then, is a really small carry-on that I bring on the flight just in case I don't get my bags. So I did learn something, but really just managing and going, now here I am. It's not what I would have chosen to do, but now I'm here with Belle and Steven, and they're my team members, and we're going to get a little bit of personal time together, and we're going to get to know each other. And so a managed mindset that starts out with setting up your day right, and then recognizing that I can come up with solutions, and then I can make the best of it. It's just, life is a lot more fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it sounds like when there's something that's out of your control, like a storm that delays your flight, you can't do anything about that. And so then the negative component of it is making sure you have a place to sleep. You deal with that, and then the other stuff, you make the best out of it, right? I just saw a video on TikTok. I can't remember who it was. I wish I did, but somebody said, "How do you deal with problems? What's your number one tip? Quick tip to deal with a problem. If a problem happens, list down all the reasons and solutions, and then cross out the ones that are not within your control, and then deal with those other ones." You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. And I think when you have an open mindset that I can solve, I can find a solution here, then the solutions will come. If you're closing it off, of course, you're not going to come up with a solution. And I guess I want to just really emphasize, people say to me all the time, "You're so positive," and I'm like, it's not because I'm, I don't know, running around la la la, I'm pretending I'm happy. It's because I really work hard at managing my mindset. And I have to do it every day and multiple times a day. It takes work, but it's worth it, because you go through life a lot happier.
It's like you're project managing your own day every day.
We're project managing your mind.
You're project managing your mind. Yeah.
I'm in charge of project managing my mind. It's totally true. So what about you? What are, or if you want to ask me other questions, you can, but I'm kind of curious. What are some things you do that you think help your mindset?
Well, every so often, whether it's every week or every month or whatever it is, I try to put something on my body that normally isn't there. For example, a rubber band around my wrist. You know what I mean? And so while I'm going through the day and I touch the rubber band or I snag it on something and I'm like, and then I think to myself, this rubber band is a reminder for me to stop for that moment and think about, what do I need to readjust? What am I happy with? Where can I focus on it? Because it's so easy to just have your day become like a regular, just sort of mindless flow, I guess, or whatever you might want to call it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Going task to task to task, and you forget to kind of stop and think about how awesome your day is. Or maybe it's not awesome, but maybe in that moment, one thing I'll do is I'll think about if I'm kind of going through a day that's sort of monotonous or very just task to task, as opposed to things that light me up. Mm-hmm. I'll think about something that lights me up. I'll think about a time recently, a win that I had, or something that makes me feel good in that moment. And then that kind of resets, for the rest of the day, or I might have to do that again. And I think I've told you this before, maybe in a rant, but I actually have reminders that come up on my phone and remind me to check mindset.
Yeah.
Where's your mindset at? It's that straight up.
If you ever talk to somebody who's having a bad day and everything is going wrong, when you say something like, "We can figure this out," or "Everything is figure outable," or "Look at this awesome stuff," you're becoming their center, their beacon, their compass to refocus the management of your mindset. So you need to have tools to help you do that for yourself as well.
Mm-hmm. And it's funny because I speaking of tools, I feel like a lot of people are like, what are some tools? And it's tools, but there's little tips and tricks. And I think it's something we talk about a lot. So if you're looking for tools, go look at our rants. There's other ones.
Yeah, we got plenty of them. There's so many tools. Oh my God.
Go to andrewandrobrants.com.
There we go. I think we should probably wrap it up, huh, AC?
All right. Okay, RB.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Go be awesome.